Hello, this is the Timeless Tarot, and today's reading is a love reading for the sign of Gemini. I have laid out a spread. Let's go straight to the bottom of the deck, and we have got 10 of Swords. Something is ending, or something has ended. Let's take the next one as well. Oh, okay, something has very, very definitely ended. Death is an inevitable change. And the 10 of Swords is the total ending of something. It happens just before a brand new start. These two cards together look terribly dramatic. But what they're saying is that you are right at the start of something new. And this is a love reading for the next 4 to 6 weeks. So let's hope there is a brand new love coming in for you, if that's what you're looking for. The 10 of Swords always comes with hope, and so does death. You might feel a little bit like things are hopeless. Something needs to change. It might seem to you that you've been stuck in a pattern for a while and you've been waiting for a change and it hasn't come, and you're feeling all a bit hopeless and or even a little bit helpless. Well, the change is definitely coming. Some way, somehow, there's been a shift. I don't think you realise there's been a shift yet, because this feels very new to me. This change is happening as I speak, really. This is a very, very new energy of change. And I hope for the better. I'll just take and I've just taken a card from the top to clarify. This is a change. It could be a change in a marriage. The Hierophant can talk about the church. It can talk about marriage, establishment of some sort, but not necessarily. It feels to me like you've been wanting to make a fundamental change for a while, and that change is starting now, and it's a change that is related to really the way you live. There's something to do with changing the fundamentals of the way you live that you have wanted to do for a while. You have not felt able to, and that change is now coming, which is good. The centre, we have the Hanged Man. Yeah, you've been trying to gain enlightenment on this situation and work out what to do for the better. Well, actually, I think I can just tell you don't need to do anything. I think what's happening is this is happening now in spite of what you do, really. You've been waiting to try and work things out. You've been trying to get to grips with what it is that you need to change, and you haven't been able to do it. The 8 of Pentacles is working on yourself or your health or your wealth. And that is potentially what has slowed you down a bit. Maybe you haven't been very well. And if that's the case, then maybe you just haven't felt able to make any changes. Whether you've been physically unwell or mentally struggling, it feels to me like, in a way, you've been sort of battling to try and make your life better and not really making much headway. Well, that is changing, most definitely. On the face of things, we have the 2 of Pentacles. This is the card of weighing up your options, really. It goes in extremely nicely with the Hanged Man. These are both cards of weighing up your options. The Hanged Man is trying to work out what to do and looking at things from all angles. The 2 of Pentacles is trying to work out how to make the changes that you need in order to get the life that you want. And this is a love reading, so it could be talking about the love life that you want. This is a perpetual loop. This is the infinity sign here. So this could feel like you've been stuck in a situation for a long time, or potentially 2 years. So it could be that you've been feeling like you haven't made much progress over the last 2 years. That's possible. Let's get a clarifier for the 2 of Pentacles. Well, we have the Devil. So something that has not been good for you is changing. I think this is a new feeling. You've recognised that there is something in your life that you need to deal with, and you've been trying to work out how to do it and what to do to move the situation forward. Now, what has happened now is that the negative energy that you have been struggling with, that is still around you, because this is at the top of the reading, that is going to be gradually shifting. Now, the Devil could be a Capricorn as well. So it might be that you're dealing with a Capricorn. In a literal sense, you might be shifting something to do with a Capricorn. but I feel like it's a negative energy that's sort of been cloaking you, if you like. I think you've worked out over the last 2 years that the love situation you're in, so either a relationship or situationship that you're in, is not good for you, or that the state of being single is not good for you, because it could be either way. There's nothing here to say that it's definitely a partnership, apart from the Hierophant, which could talk about a marriage. So it could be that you've been in a negative marriage or long-term relationship, and you've only really just worked out that you need to get out of it. If that's the case, then things are changing. If you're single and you just don't have anybody, and that could have been because of some sort of negativity within yourself. If that's the case, that is also changing. So that's really good news if you're single. If there's been something that you have not recognized that has been in or around you as a person in particular, that might have been keeping you single, then I think that is changing. So that would be really, really good news. The devil really is a negative energy. It's a stick to beat yourself with. So if for the last couple of years you've been single and you've been telling yourself that's because nobody wants you, or you're not good enough, or you don't deserve it, it's those sorts of personal thoughts that you could be attacking yourself with. I'm hoping that if that is how you've been, you now know that you are coming out of that energy, because actually this Eight of Pentacles talks about working on yourself and improving things for you personally. So that would be really good news. In the underneath position, what is not clear, not seen or hidden from others, and possibly from yourself, is that you've been through something quite cataclysmic. I think there has been some sort of major shake-up in your life. Maybe you haven't recognised it at the time. Perhaps you're only now coming to recognise that there needs to be a big shake-up, or there has been a shake-up that you haven't recognised fully as what it truly is. What it truly is here to change the fundamentals of your life for the better. I don't think other people know about this. The Tower is drama, it's upheaval, it's shaking the foundations, it's blowing things up. So maybe you wouldn't know. I think it's what I said before. I think it's something that you have gradually recognised has not been good for you, and that has had a big impact on your life. Bigger impact on your life than you at first thought, and possibly a bigger impact on your life than other people know about. What's good is we have the Tower with Judgment. So this has been a big wake-up call. You need to shift the negative energy in you and around you. It could be either in you or around you, or both. So it's either you've been in a negative environment or you've been feeling negative thoughts towards yourself. I can't tell you which exactly. It could be both, in fact. If you've been living a negative environment with somebody else, then that's probably fed into some negative personal talk to yourself as well. So this is a big wake-up call. And you've been tossing it up for a couple of years, but now you know that negativity has sort of blown up, if you like. It's like a news flash. So all of a sudden you know what's happened, and you know it's not good for you, and you know you have to vanquish it in order to be happy. So the situation that you've been in for the last couple of years has gone on gradually making you less and less happy. I think it's been gradual, but you are now at the point where something needs to change. The negative energy has to go, and you're ready for something a lot better, a big sweeping change to come in and to provide you with some actual happiness. I think what you might find quite surprising is that maybe you thought you were happy. I think you might realise in retrospect that actually that is not the case, and it might hit you a bit like a ton of bricks. And I think that's perhaps what these two cards here are saying, that you might have thought you were in a great situation, but actually it's not been good for you. and actually you haven't been happy. And now is the time to recognize this and make the changes. What's quite interesting is I'm not sure that you actually physically need to make any changes. It feels to me like the changes are being made anyway. I can't quite say why I'm saying that. Oh, it's because of death. Because death is an inevitable change. So I think in terms of having recognised that something that you've been living, or the way you've been living, or the way you've been talking to yourself, or the people you've been living with, something negative that you have just recognised needs to change, is going to change because you've recognised it. And so in a way, you mustn't worry about how you're going to deal with it, because dealing with it is just going to come naturally. It's inevitable. In the past, you had big love. And this is, I think this is where you haven't realised that you've not been happy for a while, because in the past it was great. And perhaps it's not felt great for a couple of years. I think it's gradual. I think over the last couple of years, you've sort of lost some of this love. But in the future, we have the Two of Rods, which is the card of possibilities, looking out into the world to see what else there is out there, for adventure, for new liaisons, fresh starts, new beginnings, things like that. And of course, what happens after a big sweeping change? Something new and fresh comes in. And that is what you're having in the future. So don't be sad if you feel like you've lost love in the past, because you've got something better coming in the future. And it's actually going to be better suited to you, I believe. Let's have a clarifier for the Two of Rods. Yeah, it's the end of something. Something's ended in order for you to bring in something new. So this is putting down the burdens of the past. Oh, it's so good. I mean, this is a lot of negative energy that is in the past here. And this is allowing you to bring in something better in the future. I'm saying it's in the past, but really what I'm saying is all these cards are very, very close together to my mind. And so I'm saying this is in the past, when actually you might only be realising that you need to make a change right now. This feels very, very current, if you like. These cards are not obviously past, present and future. This is all sort of in and around now. And so the possibilities for the future are here, because you're being able to put down the burdens of the past, which is brilliant. And exactly what you want. The negative energy that you have been living with is going to be released, and it's going to bring in something much more fresh and vibrant. In the personal position, we have the Page of Pentacles. This is a slow-moving energy. The pages are children, so this could be a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn child. It could be a gift, actually. Sometimes it's a small gift. And in a way, I feel like, because it's in the personal position, maybe you need to give yourself a small gift. What's that then? Yeah, give yourself the small gift of not resisting the change that's coming. Just go with it. I think this is a question of flow. You're going to need to allow things to progress the way they should, and for things to flow freely. Don't resist it. This is being offered to you as a small gift. Take the gift and just allow the energy to flow. That's my feeling. Just take another one. Yeah, because it's a whole new world of opportunity is opening up to you. So don't resist. Try not to resist this feeling. It might feel a little bit like things are shifting very quickly all of a sudden for you. You may or may not have that energy around you yet, but you will be getting it fairly quickly. Try not to resist it. Allow it to flow. Because here, the World and the Two of Wands are very similar energies. Brand new start. Adventurous new start. Could be in another part of the world. You know, you could be meeting somebody from another part of the world. You could be travelling. You've got possibilities here, and the possibilities are going to come in thick and fast. Once you let the negative energy go, you'll be able to allow in the positive changes that come. So try not to resist. Possibly try not to allow a child to slow you down as well. Possibly if you've got a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn child, try not to allow them to slow things down. In the home position, you're building a change. Three of Pentacles is the card of 3 years, but it's planning. So you're planning a change at home, and I don't think many of you have started this plan yet. This is now. You are going to be planning. I'm going to say it that way. You are going to be planning a change because, as I said a minute ago, this energy is really new and you might not feel like you've been planning yet, but you are going to plan a change for home. Things are changing in the home position. Well, I'm not going to ask why, because we know why, because the negative energy needs to shift. Whether that be a person, a feeling, a home, a situation, it could be any of those things. But whatever has been negative in the past, or what is currently negative, is going in order to allow, in a personal way and in your home environment, something much better to come in. It might take a bit of planning. You've been tossing things up for 2 years, so it might take a 3rd year in order to get the home situation that you want, possibly for some of you. But don't resist it, because this change is coming. In the hopes and fears position, we have the King of Pentacles. This is a very stable energy, masculine, older possibly than yourself, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, very reliable, very astute with money, fabulous masculine energy. If this is what you're hoping for, a stable masculine energy that's going to provide for you, then I think you're going to get it. Because at the outcome, we have all of your wishes coming true. And this is a grown-up version of wishes coming true. This is property. This is a home. This is a family. This is a partnership. This is wealth. This is money in the bank. This is everything you could possibly want. So if you are hoping to meet somebody who's going to be able to provide you with that, then that is coming true. If you are hoping to be able to step into the energy of being able to provide all of this for yourself, that is also coming true. So it's whichever way you want to look at it. And what's really good is I took 2 other cards to go with this, the Happy Ever After card, which incidentally is the 10 of Pentacles. I took 2 other cards to go with it, and they are both cards of communication. So the Page of Swords is electronic communication, and the 8 of Rods is free-flowing communication. And so the message this month is, don't put any roadblocks in the way. Don't come up with any sort of resistance. You must allow the negative energy to flow away from you in order to bring in the positive energy that you have got literally at your fingertips in the next 4 to 6 weeks. As I said at the start, this is very, very new, fresh energy for you. You might not have felt it yet. You might not really realise that the negativity that you've been living with has to change until you've even watched this video. Actually, for some of you, the penny might drop with this video. But the change is going to be coming in. It's going to be swiftly coming in if you allow it to. Wow, this feels really major, actually. This is a big change for the better for you, Gemini. And I think that if you have been struggling for the last couple of years trying to work out why you've not been 100% happy, how to make things better, what it is you need for the future, then something is shifting this month. And the positivity that's coming in is off the scale. Honestly, it really is. You've got everything that you want. It could start off with some sort of communication. So actually, if one relationship is ending and a new one could be starting, and it could start with electronic communication. If you're single and you have not met anybody to provide you with your happy ever after, you have not got a partnership to get you to where you want to go, it could start with electronic communication. And the free-flowing energy is happening for you this month. Now, do we need to know anything else going forward? Because this is very, very positive. Wonderful, actually, for you. Wow, 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 wow. Right, this is the last card. This is justice. This is something that you are owed. Wow. If you are going through some sort of legal separation or divorce, you're going to get what you need for the future. If you only just realise that there has been some sort of negative energy around you that has actually not been good for you, then you are going to get what you are owed in the future. Justice is about balance. You are regaining the balance this month. And regaining the balance is going to bring you the happy ever after that you deserve. Wow, I am so pleased. And I really hope that comes true for you. And I hope you enjoyed this reading. Please like and subscribe so that I can read your energy more easily, which will help me to do more accurate readings for you and your situation in the future. And if you would like a personal reading, my information is in the description box below. But until the next time, this has been the Timeless Tarot. Goodbye.